Sitting here, listening to myself think. Often I wonder, will I succeed or will I just sit and sink? It's times like this, sometimes I'll miss the little things I used to enjoy. I try to keep my head up, things just need to let up. And until then, I'll be here alone. I've been feeling like I'm so far away from all that I know, not fully detached, yet somewhat on track. And sometimes I feel like I've been here before, but this degree is different, my fever is high. I can tell I'm not far from shallow water. This notion is deep, the halyards frayed, and all I'm looking for is for you to say, I feel you, and I need you, but all I see is blue, the endless blue. I'm trying to hear you. My truth's confused with faith, sails torn down. I'm drifting away. Now sooner than later I'll be in some other place. My hunger is starving, my throat is burning. I can tell I'm not far from shallow water. Through the warmth I'm cold, but for you I'm bold. And just thinking of you, now I can say, but all I see is blue, the endless blue.
So, Firstly, to catch up why there was a little bit of a hiatus for about 5 days, I got into a big Resident Evil talking kick, because Resident Evil 8 was finally announced. I was waiting for that for a long time, so I'm happy it's out there. You know what how do I say this? The problem with knowing things, now, I know most people here aren't part of the Resident Evil hype stuff, so I'm not going to talk about it for very long. The problem with knowing things way in advance, like way in advance, is that you sit with things for years just waiting for it to happen. Now, there was some very small details about Resident Evil 8, which I knew all the way back from 2017, and I heard a little bit more in 2018, and then a lot more in 2019. There's actually an interesting story, which I can't talk about publicly yet, but yeah. But anyways, I heard, of course, the most about it within the last half a year. And so it's the case where it's like, oh, it's finally out there after hearing bits and pieces about it over the last, 3.5 years. So, that's part of the fun. The interesting thing is that a lot of the stuff I heard back in 20... I shouldn't talk about that publicly, but... Okay, so I actually had not heard about the werewolf witch stuff until after Jesse had approached me. Jesse, who's from Declassified, approached me and talked to me about it before I had heard about it. I'd heard other things. I knew about Chris's involvement, and I won't talk about some other things. But what I was going to say, before I drop all Resident Evil talk and work on project stuff, it's just... I knew... When Jesse first approached me, before he published the article live to everybody else and told me about the werewolf stuff, I knew it was real, and the reason I knew it was real is the stupidest thing in the fucking universe. This part I'm probably not going to tweet about, but I'll mention it here. It's not that it would be a terrible thing if it got out, it's something which maybe won't aid some people, but whatever. So... I heard back in 2017, a little bit after Resident Evil 7 had come out, that the one person who I talked to really didn't like the person who was taking the creative control on 8, though his opinion has changed since then. And he said that that Resident Evil 8 was going to be a very weird Resident Evil game. This person had very strange ideas for Resident Evil, and they weren't sure how they felt about it at the time. And I knew a little bit about this person. I knew this person loved B-horror movie monsters and kind of occult shit and some other stuff. And they were responsible for some of the weirder things in Resident Evil 7 and into Resident Evil 7's End of Zoe DLC, which had the swamp monster type thing and some other things, because this person loves B-horror movie monsters and stuff. And so the moment that Jesse approached me and told me how weird Resident Evil 8 sounded on paper, and that had werewolves and witches, even though I had no information previously before Jesse and I talked about it, about the werewolf witch aspect, I knew immediately it was true, because it all aligned exactly with this person's taste. And I was like, you know what? I bet this is actually true. This all sounds exactly like the type of thing that this person would do. Say, da-da-da-da. But anyways, I gotta confirm more a little bit later. There's actually an interesting story about it. I want to talk about it, but there's things that I can't share about now because it's like, I'm hyped too. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I will say this. It came out, even the person who was critical of the direction this person wanted to take Resident Evil originally, they're a lot more positive on the game now. They've played, the game's been fully playable from start to finish for a few months now. Since before it became 2020, the game was already fully playable. Not polished playable, but all the content was done and they were just polishing it. But even though I hear that they're adding some more content at this point because they're given an additional year in development, but anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. They've played the full thing within its alpha form, and the person who I talked to, I'm not going to talk about this one because it gets whatever. They really liked it. Okay, I knew this person also before Resident Evil 7 came out, and their opinion of Resident Evil 7, they thought the reviews for Resident Evil 7 weren't going to be as good as they ended up being. They were like, I bet it's probably going to get something like 7, 7.5 on critic sites, because they knew a lot more of the stuff, but it did a lot better than they expected. And then Resident Evil 8, so I'm just going to say this person's kind of a critical person. They think Resident Evil 8 is a lot better than Resident Evil 7 was, and it does a lot more interesting things, both with its horror aspect and its story aspect. I won't talk more about that, but yeah. But hey, anyways, I'm gonna be excited. That's all I'm gonna talk about Resident Evil because I've been focusing on it for the last few days. That's why I haven't been streaming because I've been on a Resident Evil kick. We're gonna be going back to work on Kokoro. Now, I'm not gonna make today that strenuous of a day. Probably what I'm gonna focus on is just getting the kitchen done. And if we get more done, fantastic. Just my only must-do today goal. I think I have enough pieces to get the kitchen done today. There are two people I have to thank for those ends. Firstly is that M has worked hard on the fridge and stove, and that is very appreciative, to also make them interactable. But also NG, who I don't believe is here at the moment, but they were here in past streams. Oh, no, wait, no, NG, you were right there. I see you. You said jump scare earlier. NG was very, very kind. Yeah, well, I mean, send them to me when you got a chance to. NG sent me a lot of miscellaneous... Oh, also the closet. Sent me a lot of miscellaneous kitchen and clothes stuff while we were gone. I'll show some of it here, but they did a lot in the period of the downtime. I mean, not streaming for 5 days. Do I need anything? I guess the only thing I'll ask at the moment, if you want to have a goal to do today, if you feel like working, is see if you can finish off the other girl. If we have her done, then we're in a pretty good place here today, even with the 5-day hiatus. And yep, the best way to send me things is through my public email. I'll show some of the stuff that NG made in just a second, because I also have to put them onto the sprite sheet, or the, the tile sheet, but anyways, yeah. I may or may not do some stuff with Hollow Bliss today. I'm debating. I kind of feel like working on it a little bit, but first, I want to spend, because my goal is to spend at least 2 hours working on Kokoro and to get the kitchen done. I might also try to get the closet done. I don't think we have enough for the laundry room yet, and that's okay. And the other rooms we have to sort of determine, but I do think we can get the kitchen done. And I think that if we have enough time and we feel like it's still at the point, we can also get the closet done. Alright. The screen's going to finally turn on. Hello, screen. Voila. I will check my email. I do have my email open right here. M, do you need my public... M, are you asking for me to post my email? And hi, Tom. If you want my public email, it's really, really easy to remember. It's aestheticgamer@gmail.com. That's my public email. That's okay. Rolls as it goes, as it goes. We're going to quickly go through all the maps that we've made, just to get an idea here. We have the bathroom, which I think I currently have loaded in. Just a little bit of a refresher, even though those that are watching like the streams have seen some progressive orders. They already just saw this. Alright. We have the basic... We still have to put the doors into this place, so we have to get the kitchen done. Ignore seeing myself. Kitchen looking good. Kitchen working out. So why am I saying kitchen? I mean bathroom. The bathroom seems okay. Alright, I'm also making sure that everything is in a decent enough place right now. Then we have the entry hallway. Yeah, we're doing some real coding experiments, Tom. Alright, the front hall looking okay, looking good. I also think from here I can actually exit from... I can go this way and that way. I have to still decide if I like the really weird direction we decide to take the living room. The living room isn't designed like an actual real room, but it might work out. Maybe. Yeah, I kind of like it still. I wanted to see how I felt about when we got back to the project. I can also access the outside from here. Hi. Alright, so she's fine, and that leads to a lot of the hallways, except the main hall and the main room, which we can access from here. And that's okay, Tom. I'm actually surprised you're awake right now, but yeah. New game. Alright, we got the hallway things, and that still, okay, that still looks fine when you turn towards it. We've got the abyss, which I can look at from here, so yeah. Move a little bit that way, go through the door. And then, of course, we have the beginning room. all working together fine for what we want to accomplish with that. I do think I might lower the bed thing. Looks a little bit too tall there. Well, now that I've been away from it for a little bit. But yeah. Why the stairs up to our waist? Now, there's actually two reasons. The first one is to make it so the player can't just walk up them. But also, we're trying to go... Like, the house has exaggerated proportions. It's doing a thing which is kind of called... What was it called? It's an abstractness in design. This house is also supposed to feel a little bit fake. Like, obviously, it's not a real house, but yeah. I could make the steps a little bit smaller, but also... I wanted them to extend upward, and if you have them going too far back, they start looking unnatural. Because the thing I can change about them, here's a little thing about them. I could change the height of the steps, but due to how tile systems work in RPG Maker, I couldn't change the distance between them. So if I made them too small and extend too slowly, it starts looking unnatural with, like, it looks really weird. It makes more sense for them to be unnaturally huge towards your height compared to how they might look if you like see them go too far, like a horizontal, vertical, like across, I guess is the way to word it. Oh my. Yeah, Tom. So anyways, our goal today, do the kitchen. And Emily gave me the kitchen stuff too. Emily, that looks great. I can already see from doing this here. Okay. So we're gonna have to put some stuff about. I've opened this up and I have the uwu folder open somewhere around here. There you are. Image. We're gonna go with characters and tile sets. So, for the tile sets, the ones that we want open are going to be A5. Just think about what we're actually going to need for what I'm about to try to attempt. We're going to want B to be open. And then characters... I guess the characters actually aren't needed. We can do most everything here with this stuff. Okay. View. Show grid. Actually, no, because some things might be tall. Alright. I will make a new thing. 384, except this one. 144 by 384. Transparent. I'll keep this open in case I need it, but I'm not fully sure yet. Alright, show the grid. It's going A-okay there, Autumn. Okay, I think we're about ready for this. Now I'm going to be opening up a lot of stuff and organizing stuff for a bit because we have a lot of small things to go through. I'm also going to raise this up here so you guys can see most of it. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate whatever anyone wants to contribute. I can't. I'm utilizing what I can get here. I'm not working on a no expectations, but if people want to do things and offer help, I am not going to decline it. Alright, so we got the fridge front. We got the stove front. Give me a second to fetch the other stuff. We got kitchen stuff. We got sink, cabinet. Okay, so I want to say something. One last thing about me doing the leaking whatever is, this is not about Resident Evil but Silent Hill for a second. Part of me feels bad that people got themselves set up for the PS5 event. I personally didn't think it was going to be at the PS5 event, but Catharsis was very certain. I was less certain because I got 100% confirmed that RE8 was there, but wasn't able to get the same confirm on the Silent Hill event. But I realize I'm a part and attached to it, so that's why I was trying to be like, should I believe them? But I haven't heard that personally, and I can't verify. I do know a Silent Hill game is in the works, so ultimately I know that hopefully if the Silent Hill game is good and all that, there'll be a happy ending to the story. I don't know exactly when it's going to be revealed at this moment. Yeah, hi there, Colin. Yeah. However, I will say this, for better or worse, I think that some of the Silent Hill stuff that people have been posting in the depths of their despair at this point in time have been kind of amusing. This one was among my favorites. Which, if you played Silent Hill, you might understand. It's like, oh, how that is actually fucking perfect. But, right, plates. What about the plates? Rolls as it goes. One of my friends. Okay. Let me clarify. If what Catharsis says is true, it's not going to be that. And even I have heard it's a soft reboot separately, but... Colin, what about plates? Oh yeah, you emailed me plates. I do remember this. Oh wait, that does remind me. I also need to get that. There's a few things that were also sent to me. Thank you for reminding me. I actually did... I spaced on something. Okay. First of all, I need the stovetop. I need the clothes. I need the painting. You actually did remind me there's a few things I need to open. The stuff from Colin, the paintings. I had them higher up, so I spaced on them for a second. Colin, actually, thank you for saying that. I had space that I need to scroll a little bit higher to get that stuff. Is that all? I'm not forgetting anything else, am I? No, I believe I've gotten all the stuff. Wait, did y'all email me plates? I got the... Now I need to check my email. Did I not see that email? I got the paintings that you sent. Let me check out some plates. I can just search my email for Colin. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you guys for reminding me. Colin, I don't see the plates. Oh, there's plates in the tile sheet? Oh. Oh, those are plates! Sorry, from a distance, I thought they were books. Because, like, the gray stuff I thought was pages on the tile. Like, do you see what I mean with the tiled background? Those kind of look like pages. But I see what they are now. Also, that's a good painting right there. That's a good rep. Actually, they're all pretty good. I will get the more clothes, too. There's stuff that I've sent over the last few days I need to locate and put on. Let's see. Larger clothing, because you did send me larger clothes. Oh, there they are. Found them. I'm just going to say this right now. NG made a lot of clothes for the closet. Way more than I thought they would. I don't need any more clothes. Alright. A lot of you guys got a lot done when I did nothing. So, that's great. I don't know why. I think it's funny for me to be in the position. Okay. I guess it's because I actually do care a lot, and I'm really appreciative of everyone's actual efforts, and I'm going to see what I can do to hopefully return the favor, because I know this is a case where people are willing to help me out when they're, like, I'm literally not offering that much outside of entertainment here. And obviously I'm putting the game together, but the sprite work is actually really helpful to me at the moment. I'm like, But I think that there's a kind of funniness just to be very bluntly, like, rude about it. I don't know why. It's not, let me clarify, it's not because I actually feel that way. I'm actually humbled, if I can say it like that. I know a lot of people say it sort of fakely and all that, so I don't want to, like, come off and sharing it like that. Just, yeah. In my mind there. In my mind there, but I just think it's a little bit funny to be like, yeah, free work, like, because that's not actually how I view it there. That's actually like, because spriting is the area I'm the weakest in. Both my actual ability at spriting has improved because I've been spriting so much for my projects. Obviously, if you keep at something for so long, you start improving at it. But my actual ability, I'm slow, and I think honestly a lot of you guys are better at spriting than I am. It's not what you need to do for the projects though, so I'm just. But I also will say this, despite the fact that Not that I'm not gonna accept the free help, but I also worry a little bit because, like, don't undersell yourself sort of deal. There's a real big problem of artists and people who are willing to contribute towards things either underselling themselves or being undersold by the people that are working with them. And that aspect of it worries me, I guess. It's because there's a lot of people who I think should value themselves and their abilities a bit more. That's just my opinion. Maybe I shouldn't be the one to say in this position where I'm, you know, people are being so kind and generous to me to offer help here, but just my opinion for a second. Let's see, do you notice the thing where you get pulled by a giant knife for Wars No Land? I don't know the context, so I guess not. Yeah, yes it did. At the moment it has Tom. Though your model did actually appear in the Found Horror Game 11.x version of it. Because Marshmallow Monk was playable in that one in that form. Alright, there's a lot that I need to organize right now. The fridge... I think the fridge should go into a 2x2. Yeah, it worked great in it. Like, it works perfectly in the game. And I know that's an older model and you think I could do better sort of thing, but it worked great, so... Frankly, I am spoiled by how many people are willing to work and help me. And I would not be able to make the games that I do if it weren't for so many people's contributions. Literally, almost every project I've made has contributions from someone or another. So, yeah. Rinks helped me a lot with Close Your Eyes. Tom made the 3D model of Marshmallow Monk for the Feast Your Eyes and Found Horror Game 11.x. Ina's voice actor did some of the art things for Found Horror Game 11.x. I could go on with this, but yeah. Sandy helped with Rocket's design and sprite, while Rinks did the artwork for Red Haze. And yep, Tom did some of the older music. He did the music that was present in Girls' Graveyard. Girls' Graveyard's entire soundtrack almost was... There's only like 2 songs in Girls' Graveyard that was done by me. There were some that were done by you, and a lot of them were done by Soro. Yeah. And that was back before I started practicing my own music, whatever it is, but... A long history of being helped. I think it's also important, as me, myself, and I, to not forget that and to remember that how much I've been helped along the way to make the games that I'm currently making. And even in this particular project, I'm being helped tremendously. My. Moi Tom. Yeah. Sora was the one who did most of the music for it. There were 2 songs in it, which were me, and in the remake, there's a little bit more because I didn't. Yeah. Hi there, Vamp. Anyways, I need to put this in the right folder, which would be this drive, games, uwu Kokoro, image, characters. I'm gonna call it fridge, but I'm probably gonna put some other stuff in there too. Music fun. I believe it, Tom. Alright, so M, did you want me to show you how to do the open fridge stuff on stream, or would you rather, like, I can do an open fridge thing here, or would you rather, if you want a consistent style, do you want to do it and be like, yeah, because I can show you how I would do it. I'll leave it up to you, though. I don't know, like, I know M's playing Final Fantasy 14 right now, I'm not sure if she can even hear me, but yeah. I'm going to assume that she's busy. I'll just get this fridge done here and work on the rest there later then. The practice tone of voice. Oh, you don't need to bug M in the servers. They're in the stream right now. They're just busy with Final Fantasy 14, and I know what's going on there. Are you talking about Final Fantasy server? I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Set that there. Fridge in you. Alright, a lot to organize. Da, 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 da. I see, I see. Deflated and alone. If you see M come back into the chat, ask her. I see. The fun of being loud and voice shot. Oh my. Are you talking about, okay, you're talking about 14 for a second. I got confused by Midghost Armor and 14. I realized, oh, what you mean Final Fantasy 14. I got it. And blood was mine. This is a good song, and I've had it in the repertoire for a very long time. Vamp was like, hey, I like 14. What server you play at? All good. I thought you might be. I thought you were busy playing Final Fantasy 14. That's what I thought you were up to. But yeah, yeah. Oh, did you? Marshmallow Monk cereal. I can appreciate it. I haven't got. Okay, I now have more than enough stuff for the kitchen. The kitchen can definitely be done. Die, die, live, love, live, laugh, love. Okay. How am I gonna organize all of this? I also now realize I need some of the other character tile sets. Characters. Sort by date, not by name. Balloons is fine. Coat rack is a little bit too much. We have to have a D here very, very shortly. As in, like, there's an A, B, C, D, you know, we have to do E afterwards. And then, view, show grid. Because I only have 2 spaces left, and I think I've got a few sprites there which are on the larger scale, so yeah. But let's do them bit by bit. Let's start off with these tables. Yeah, this should be good. Oh, no. Okay, they looked like they were going to be too big, but no, this is actually perfect. Which means I can put this on the B tile set. Yeah, this is going to work perfectly. Alrighty. And then the T set table, which is cute. Voila. Set there. Which means that you're the wide table. I found it. That should go into the 2x2 sheet. Zoom in like 400 here. Voila. And then the version with marshmallows. That's fun to say, actually. Marshmallow-os. Would it be like marshmallows? Oh, that just sounds like marshmallows. Okay. Take you. Move you by the right distance to be... There we go. Export objects to C. Marshmallow. We can have, but then it just sounds like it's all the same. So I'm thinking it should almost be like marshmallow O's, but 2x2 objects D. Get rid of all this. And to put the layer to the image size. Now export that. Oval free. Oval's free in all boxes. Oh, ha ha ha. Free stairs. I mean, get enough bowls of cereal, I guess you can make a whole staircase. I see. Alright. I have a few shelf things coming. What's up with the shelf things here? That is currently nothing, so I'm gonna leave that too. Take that to you. There we go. Or no, one more down, so it doesn't look like it's floating in the air. What the fuck is an ending? Okay, so I have usually a brief idea of what I want the game to end, but I typically don't like to cement an ending until I'm at the scene where I'm making the ending of what feels right at that moment. I think it's good to have an idea of what you're working towards, but it's also a good idea not to be too... Unless, of course, you have like the perfect ending, you know how you want this to end, to keep an open mind of what changes might apply and work better with however the story is shaping up. That's just my opinion, though. So, yeah. Makes sense to me. I mean, they're both there as options. I actually see what you're going for with this. So I'll put that there. Alright. And I think this is all spaced pretty well by you yourself, so I'm gonna just kind of do this. You're pretty good at getting the right dimension differences by knowing that 48 by 48 tile set things, everything's gonna be placed flatly because they are on a 3D plane. Yep. Now let's see. My duty to place. That should all be good. Makes sense to me. I can delete this now. And now some stuff to hang up. We're almost at the point. Yeah, we are almost there. Almost at the point where we have to go on to the next column, but not quite. 2 more sprites to fit there. I'll put these 2 up on that. That stuff over there is fine. It's U4. First, I'm gonna take these 2 stools. Guess I could have done more than 2 stools, but hey. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And now kitchen stuff. I'll put you here. It actually can work good in the middle because I can play. Okay, I see what I can do there. Yeah, I got a little bit extra sauce there. No need to worry though, Vamp. Nothing to concern yourself with at all.
Sitting here, listening to myself think.
This is a painting from Doggy. I will say this again, and I'm going to say this now. If anybody wants to sprite something today, I can always, not always, but for the moment, I can still do with more paintings. I probably am getting to the point of the number of paintings I need, but there are probably a few more which I can use. Yeah. And also paintings can be like anything, so it's, you know, they're paintings. Do a few things. Now, let me organize. Before I'm going to pull the shirts together, so I'm going to first also take Colin's paintings and plates. Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, just misc paintings. The game, okay, like a game like this looks a lot better with paintings on the walls as opposed to like blank walls. I know it sounds really simple when I word it like that, but it's true. So yeah, paintings just had a nice little flair. And you know, if we have enough people that want to make paintings, then we don't even need repeat paintings. A lot of games utilize repeat paintings and it makes sense. Because, you know, making a lot of paintings takes a lot of work. But we got multiple people willing to contribute, and paintings can be anything. They're like a concept, an abstraction even. So yeah. We actually, unfortunately, Vamp, already have a smiley face painting. That in fact, I think I have it open still. No, I just deleted it. I can undo this and show. We had an uwu face that you can interact with. That was made by Lei here. So yeah. Now it's time for the various plates, of which there are, 6. Let's do it. I'm gonna put the 6 plates of food in a row here, one by one. We have an empty plate. Then we have a plate of salad. Then we have, honestly, I don't know, like I can guess what most of these are. I don't know what this is. Could be a pancake, it could be a steak, but I'm gonna put it over here. It's a, you don't need to know what it is. I don't need to know what it is. It's maybe for the fun of it. Oh, it's steak. Alright, the steak guess was actually correct. Yeah. Put that. Trust me when I say this, the abstraction is fine. And you only have so much space to put something before it starts becoming like ridiculously cartoonishly big. I actually, don't worry, I knew that one was supposed to be like salmon. I could tell by looking at it. I've had salmon. The red one I thought was Jello, so if it's not Jello, then I mistook that one, and obviously the last one is cake. So yeah. I think you did a good job. And I also understand this. Sometimes you have to sprite things, we have such a little small space to work with, they have to use some sort of abstraction there. The plates have been laid out in a row. Alright. Now, this next part's gonna be fun. I have to organize a bunch of clothes. So yes, there's the aesthetic shit that they were referencing earlier. Alien blue. Yeah, okay, I think everything is, yeah. Everything that's on this one is also in that one. What? I thought they turned out, yeah. I'm also, let me say this as well, I'm particularly impressed with how you did some of the pains. I was like, oh. Now it's time for the various shirts and clothes and dresses. So now you made her outfit, that's cute. Alright. I guess I should do this first. I'm gonna have to do some weird voodoo hickory here for a second. Voodoo hickory, what am I saying? I'll put all the clothes up here. It should actually be really easy to do. Let me first just scratch my eyes because I feel like it, I guess. Alright. There's a good stretch. I'm gonna make a pole. The pole shouldn't be too thick. I guess only 4 pixels is fine. I need to decide how I'm going to space this because it's not going to be on the same layer. It should be above the layer. It's going to be fun to put into the game itself, but let's do it like this for now. Be kind of a brownish color, but like a subtle brownish, something like that. Yeah, this will be good. And then take this, but make it the pencil. Give it the one size, do one a bit lighter, but only a bit. And now go back to that and do one a bit darker, but only a bit. And that's the way I'm going to do this very, very simple pole thing, just hang the clothes from. And I can use that as the basis of how all these clothes are going to hang. From the hanger is how I get it. It's like a... Okay. Say. There are so many of these. Wow, this closet's going to be jam-packed. I think I see what I'm going to do. The deed will be done. Yes, this is the spirit. The spirit of Christmas I've sunk all these years into. Okay, 48 there. I'm not like cutting off a pair of clothes now because they're all good. I will say this. I do think I will have to take 1 pixel off of the finely pixeled hanger stuff just to give it the illusion, but this is really easy to do, don't you worry. Guess what, NG? All of them. You did a great job with these as well. Okay. Having her outfit makes sense, and the shawl. Actually, doesn't. Well, yeah, it'll work. Whatever, it works. These. I might change it to just another placeholder just for fun. But it's like... who knows, really? I certainly don't. I think we had 2 more things here. I can only add 1 more. Which means... hee hee ha ha. Take this stuff. Then remove 1 from both. I will put the empty hangers, not the empty hangers, I guess is actually a good way to describe it now on second thought. There. now on to the next big line of clothes. I guess I'm gonna take this huge line, just taken care of. Okay. And now the 48 difference. Make sure it doesn't cut off. Yep, we even still have an extra towel left even after I'm done with all these. Hey. Welcome back from Final Fantasy XIV. Hell there, Emily. Take a sip of water. Okay. Let me explain a very strange story. I was eating before we started the stream, and I had jelly, and toast, and some other things, and a banana. I forgot to put the jelly away, but that's okay. Jelly's not going to spoil by being out of a fridge for a little bit. Jelly's pretty well preserved in its jar as long as the jar's not open. I almost reached for the jar of jelly instead of my water, and I don't know why my mind subconsciously went for that first, because it looked more interesting. Okay, let's see this here, there, everywhere, all the fun. Alright, I was about to say vamp there, but yeah. I'm not gonna drink the jelly, calling like gulp, gulp, gulp. It's strawberry preserved jelly. It'll work better on toast than me drinking it by itself. There that is. I think this is gonna perfectly fill out 3 rows, or yeah, 3 rows here, so yeah. $48 by a 48. Okay, and now, yeah, I still have this open. I guess I need it. Take this. Well, we definitely gonna have a lot of clothes. Move this down by 48. I missed it by 1 pixel. Alright. I accidentally did the center thing, which I hate when it happens. I don't even know what causes that. I need to look into that at some point. Okay. Press all this. And you. Delete this. And voila. It's not gonna fill out the full aisles I thought, but very, very close. Well, these two are like lower than the rest, but this is where I have the pole positioned. I'll move this here and wait a second for that. There we go. Except I can probably hang them there and that'll be fine. Make sure the rest are on the same plane. Oh. Oh, they aren't. Oh, wait, let me recalculate this. I put those 2 above there previously. One, two, three. 1, 2. So each okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now understand the distance. So these are all right. You're all correct. So these need to be moved up by 1, 2, 1. I now understand. Good thing I checked now and figured it out now before I had a problem with it later. I would have just moved it up 1 later, but saves me an extra step that I notice now. Alrighty. Go back to 100%. That's coming together. Still a few more things I can fill out there, but that's part of the fun. Good stretch. Alright. I do think we probably have enough sprites to do the closet and the kitchen today. So yeah, that's great. Fantastic, even. Hello, RPG Maker. I guess I'll do the closet or kitchen. I guess the closet's a little bit more repetitive. I'll do that first. So we can get the kitchen, which has a little bit more of an eye for design. So, new. Normal kitchen. Or excuse me, normal closet. Hey, Azzy. Right now? Yep. A single tile in RPG Maker is 48 by 48. For perspective, Sophie, the girl, is a little bit above 48 pixels tall, but, you know, like barely. It's like only a few pixels higher. If you want to do like a scale thing, something can be smaller than 48 than 48 if it's supposed to be smaller. Yeah. I mean, I can also show you this in front of you. If you see these boxes right here, that's 48 by 48. Just to show off some of the things are kind of scaled here. Yeah. Things don't have to be to scale either. Like, it's a-okay. Things aren't 100% to scale anyways. Alright, the normal closet. I like the height 11. The width. This might be exaggerant, but let's see what this ends up doing. Alright, and now the type of closet. This comes from the bedroom, and bedroom is that sort of thing. Now you know. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one for the closet. The closet's not going to be very thick through. 1, 2. You're okay, Nifty. All the fun lingo of Final Fantasy XIV, I only partially understand. I guess this room also makes sense to have the closet look as opposed to the wooden floor look. I do remember what I'm going to do for the kitchen, so yeah. Alright. This next part is going to be very interesting to convey. It's going to probably take a few efforts to get right, unless I'm magical. Well, I'm not, so let's see. It's going to be like a painting, basically. I need to take you, but instead of placing you to 48, I need you to go down or back by like half of that to like 24. I guess I also need the height to go up for you specifically. So should Z1 work? Ah, yeah, that should work probably. Except I also need to change the sprite. Tile sets, B. Alright.
Sometimes I'll miss the little things I used to enjoy. I try to keep my head up, things just need to let up.
Now, before anything else, does this look okay as a clothesline? Not clothesline, but well, yeah, clothesline, I guess, but for a closet thing. Ignoring the ceiling. Okay, it's a little bit too high, but because I'm going to also make us not be able to walk through here, yes, this should work. I'll fill it with hangers in a second. Yes, I know this is a ridiculously long closet, but that's actually going to be part of the appeal of this. I'm also going to add some fog and stuff in line, but the main thought now... I need to delete this because I need to make a few changes. They do work on a 2D line plate, though. So the differences I'm going to make... Change that to 0.54, let's say. 0.4. And then the distance is not 24. Let's make it 16. Yeah. I guess I can add the lighting stuff before I go back in there, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be correct. I guess I can take this into a basis. How it, yeah. A fort, basically. Let's see. So now I'm going to be using this for color for a second. For starters, the fog is going to be pure darkness here, so... The player is not going to be able to see very deep even in the normal version of this closet, so... I guess get ready for that. What happens if everything's just 0 here? Da, 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 da. So before I start putting lights in here, which I think is going to be my next step before I do the clothes. I love darkness. Here's a quick experiment to make sure this kind of works. Just a quick experiment. Okay, if I put a single light here, will I be able to still see in the pure darkness, or is it going to be like, no, you cannot see anything? Oh, oh, that's spooky! That's spookier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, not my other vamp. Alright, let's see. What do I have wrong about this currently? So I might do something kind of like what I'm doing here, but change some of the exaggerations. So the scale is fine for what this is. I think the light did look like it was floating, but let me like increase this. Before I start changing colors, let me reload that. I got a little bit off kept there, so. Okay, so I need to move that there. So obviously that dimension thing is not correct. It's gonna be negative. I also need to change the light for this area. Or maybe the light's good. We're not supposed to be spooky. Like, I mean, you don't enter the closet for a while, so maybe it's okay for the closet to be spooky. So you should be a negative? No, that doesn't make sense. I guess I'll try negative, but I've got a feeling that's not going to work. Let's take this color. Go for a slightly warmer color like this. I forgot to have to like do that and do this. Okay, what if I did it like 1.5 by a scale of 9? This might make this look too bright, but let's find out what happens. Okay, so for starters, the dimensions were completely wrong. However, the idea of the light source might work a little bit better for this particular closet. What is going on with your y-axis? Why are you causing such issues here? I know that the negative, and that's what I thought there. Why is 48 not good? Normally, that'd be correct. We'll do like 96. What's going to happen with you then? Well, now you're like, oh wait, oh, is it because you're high? Okay, I now understand what the issue with you was all along. I have figured out the issue. If I can just not move this too far, I need to make you a 1. And you need to turn back into a 48. Do you guys think I should keep the closet kind of spooky like this with it? Or think I should do something different with it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With one more. That should be able to work with this. I mean, the whole game's gonna get spooky eventually, but I'm doing it with a specific closet, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 4 and 4. You think yes there, Colin? Okay, let's see how this kind of looks like just doing a quick glance into here for a second before I hang everything else up. Closet fun. Before I hang the clothes up, also, should I add a ceiling or should I just keep the black abyss we have going on in the closet here? What are you guys feeling towards this? Should I make the line a little bit better? I think this is a decent line for this. The abyss. You guys want this room to be spooky. Even though it's like an early example, but maybe it's not too spooky. Who knows? Alright, everybody's in. I guess the closet is a little bit of a deeper in place they open up, so sure. Alright, let's try a ceiling. Or maybe the abyss? I'm gonna try a ceiling just for a science experiment. If I don't like it, I'll take it off. Okay. You think it needs more light? I shouldn't start off that spooky. Yeah. Briefly, A5. What works is a ceiling. What if I put that to 0? You know what? Now that I see it in person, even though I can obviously change that to any sort of thing, I actually think the Abyss works better with this particular room. Now, given I can make the design of the ceiling to any tile, I can also make a new one, and yada yada. I think that the Abyss ends up actually working better for this particular room. Well, Colin, what do you think? Alrighty. Let's see. A lot of clothes to put down, though. I think most of this should stay the same, except I've got double the output here. So, like, this 16 needs to become a 66, I think. Unless 48 is the limit, in which case it's 48 plus 16, which would be a 54, and then into a 64. So would it be 64? It might be 64. I'm gonna try 64 first. Everything else should stay the same, except I'm about to try a lot of different clothes here. How many clothes do I have to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So enough to have some repeats and stuff. Also, I just realized something. These should be through, and I should change these to have conflict. These should not be through. The one mistake I made was to make you a through, when you were truly a stand-in. It should be the same as character. Hey there, Drag Neo. Okay, it's not that much. We got all the different clothes and hanger stuff in here. I want to put the order a little bit weird. I guess I should also first check to make sure I'm putting these clothes in the right place before I start like putting them all down. So let's go take a look. An engine. I guess looking correct with the coat hangers. No, you're not at all, actually. I messed this up. Okay. Don't flow into the void. I really messed up your guys' positions. Alright, which is why you check, though, for science. Alright, so then your position. I guess then you really are. Why were you... No, I think I just have to change the y-axis and it'll work out. Let me check something. Let me go back in there. Were they hanging because they're physical objects? Okay, yeah, they would look correct if they just went back the correct amount, I think. I don't think they were pushed up by the circumstance, so... So let's try you, except now go differently. What if I sent you to like 96? What's that gonna look like? closer, actually. I can change the z-axis to work out if they end up not aligning as correctly as I thought they should. Alright, then what about a -1? It's gonna be some back and forth till I figure out their perfect positioning. Oh, hey there, Magica, and yeah, I'm still alive. Hell Knight's a fantastic game, by the way. It's one of my favorites. I have a strange fondness for it. The Z-axis needs to be changed a little bit, but for the other axis, yeah, a little bit more. I guess would it be -100 or 1.16? Actually, might be it. It's not quite what I was expecting, but let's see. -1.16. It's interesting it's that value though, then. Like, why is it that and not like 96? It looks like this probably will be it. Yeah, that was correct. Even puts them correct there. Okay, so it's 1.16, which I guess means that the one value equals 100 here, but it doesn't always equal 100, so that's weird. Anyway, it's time to put some shirts down. All the shirts that we can muster, just to get this closet stuff through. I guess Harry probably would enjoy himself in this closet, that's true. Oh my. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I didn't put the dress down yet, did I? Okay, I want to keep the dress a little bit more obscure than the rest. I did the yellow and blue thing here, but not the dress stuff there yet. So then I can put this stuff down and have another hanger set here. And there's still plenty to do. That depends entirely on how much they earn. I can tell you for me, myself, and I, not very much. But I'm not a very big YouTuber either, so. Okay. A lot of people make livings off of it if they're like really big though. But you have to be like successful at it. The problem with asking for something like this is like there's a huge divergence between people. There's not like a singular answer to that because it's not a consistent thing. Okay. Did I put that jacket stuff down already? Yes, I did. And now move you here. And then some more hangers. Voila. Now I can put some stuff here which kind of blend in. Then I can put in the secret shawl thing for a second. And I can also end with coat hangers. I mean, if I have any DLC which things like, yeah, that's good for this. Alright, let's see if all the coat hanger stuff is working before I start doing anything else for this room. From a distance, they don't look like they're floating or anything. It's a very long, very unrealistic closet, but hey, it's a start. So fashionable. Look at all that stuff. Also, can I make a joke? Something I just noticed. This is a lot of shirts for no pants. I mean, I guess maybe those are supposed to be pants, maybe, but I'm teasing a little bit. Hey, it's okay. It's not a big deal. We do not need pants. It's just something which I noticed there. But to roll and go, of course, we need to put the door there and the door here a little bit later. But yeah, Angie did a great job with them. Now, we have some other details which I want to put into the closet before we're done with it. So, Stretch out. And let's see. I get Angie, it's okay. To think. I guess then the other stuff we should have in here. Not the clock. Some boxes will probably do. Like, definitely. Give me a second to do it like this. I'll do a little box pile here, but not too much. Blue. Closet's a little bit inconvenient. Who would have thunk? Alright. There's not too much you need stuff in the closet. I've got some stuff I'm going to do with it later, but the beginning of it is fine. Most closets don't have a painting in them, so this one makes sense. My biggest game so far by far is Red Haze. Red Haze is like a... To do everything in Red Haze is somewhere between 10 to 20 hours at the moment. There'll be more later, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's too much really needed for the closet, and I do need to put doors in here, obviously, later. And make sure the boxes don't look too weird. That's okay. Hey, Socks, welcome aboard. We're still putting stuff together. That's for certain. Boxes roll there and watch creepily from a distance. Of course, the doors will still need to be put in, but hey, the closet is very long and will work for the intents and purposes what we want to work for the game. Also, ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Alright. I'm gonna go to the bedroom for a test. I guess I could just... I'm gonna do a quick thing to get the door working how I want it to. Alright, so I think I have a second game folder, which I'll quickly get something from Close Me, just because I'm feeling lazy and I want to... Like, I've got the spread I need already, might as well use it. Close Me, image, should be in tile sets, in alphabetical order, silly me. And was I put it in A or B? Wait, no, it's in characters, isn't it? Characters, yeah! Open that up for me, because I've got something that I want from it. Hey. Take the closet door. And let's put the closet door here. Fill that in. Fantastic. The rest of you may go. And now with the closet door. Yeah, you notice their socks. It works. It's a very stylish style. That's the word for it. Okay. Take you. You're also going to be the only door that doesn't have a door opening. No, it needs to have a door opening animation. Alright, I'll make a door opening animation, but I'll do it lazily. Because re-copying and pasting this closet is supposed to be for the easiness, not for the difficulty. Okay, so take this, and now put it here once I get the right dimensions down to make sure I'm doing this correctly and so things look okay in just a second. Perfect. Now the closet's always going to be dark, so making this dark makes sense. And quickly take this, do this, voila, it's black. Now, take you. There are usually 3 frames of animations I put into these doors. the right dimension, but I like to check. Then take the closet door in time to do an illusion. Okay, we'll make a new layer. And now move this to you, and I believe the first step. Put you there. That's 96 by 96. Then move this over here. Also. And now do not move the hinge, move the rest of the door. So on a new layer, and then select you. Yeah, I probably will write the story on stream if people like. I'm assuming we're going in spoilers. Take the Dream 9. I didn't actually show me doing the later parts of the game on stream. I'll debate on this one, but I think probably. But unless people are like, no, Ryan, we'd prefer you keep it a surprise for us. They'll be like, okay, I'll disappear into the night, and then they'll disappear into the night and finish it. I guess perspective. Now it's time to do some illusions involving doors. Remember, kids, doors are just an illusion. I also have to remember the player's only going to see like a portion of this, so I can kind of cheat a little bit, honestly speaking. The player in game will only see a portion of the door actually like do a door thing. Like this looks actually pretty terrible. But hey, it'll work for what we want it to do and be. But I also know how the player looks at the doors in this game, and this will look fine in game, so. I'm by this side of her. I see, I see. Closet. I put that in kitchen. Kitchen stuff. Did I just pass it? No, I did not. Okay, what did I just export it to fridge? Right, I didn't call it kitchen, I called it fridge. I should have figured. Honestly speaking. Alright, door. Then I go to fridge 2. And then fridge 3. Except transfer the player here to the closet. Alright, then, yeah, facing to the right's actually correct. So that's correct here. Go to the normal closet, and then put this here, except make it so that transfers them back, but are facing the left. And inside the bedroom. This way. Also, I should change stuff about this because I forgot all about this part for a second. This should be on the x-axis, and this should be negative 48. And then you on this side should be positive x, not y, 48. And now let's see if these two doors connect and work well. Oh no, the door's floating, isn't it? Or it's like right through here. I can see the shadow of it. Oh, wait. Oh. 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 Oh, I fucked up. I know how I fucked up too. That's an interesting way to fuck up, though. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of a cheating thing here just for a second. I'm gonna take this sheet and I'm gonna change it to closet. Now, in this, I need to put us into a closet. Closet will appear there. And if I just keep putting things to closet, everything will be fine. Alrighty, and then do the same thing within the closet itself. Yep, the closet was secret. I couldn't see the closet. Speaking of which, maybe I should. Nah, actually, no, that's fine. The shadow is fine. Closet. This probably still doesn't fix the entire issue, but it should fix one of the two issues that just happened. I'll check Twitter in a second. Please let me figure this issue first. Okay, so that part's solved. It's the rotation that's the issue. Okay, I understand now. The rotation I have currently set to that, and it should be 90. And the same thing should be true for the bedroom version. I need to set the rotation to 90. Let's see what we got. And now this should work in theory. It's like attached to the door in like a 2D thing. Yep, it is. And I interact with it. That works out well enough. And now I can transfer between several rooms. Works well enough for me. No music and not designing the game part. Of course, the closet's going to be locked initially, but hey, I'm just making the house fully work and explorable for now. Okay, now we'll check Twitter. You did not click Twitter. Let's see. My. I like 2 more. Check this. Check this, and I'm done. Okay. Alright, well, closet's basically done, except for touches that obviously all the rooms can have more flourishes and details added to them. It's just trying to get the basic layout of the house done first before we start putting everything else and all the events in the game into it. Which means now we have the real challenging goal of the day, the kitchen. Also, we currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the rooms done, which means that we're halfway through them. We'll be over halfway through once we get the kitchen done. Alright, so, new. Make the normal kitchen. The kitchen's going to be kind of a bigger room. Not the biggest room, the living room is the biggest room in the game, but this is probably the second biggest room, if you don't count things like maybe the hallway, which are longer, but they're not as detailed, I guess is what you could say. I'm going to start off by putting it as 26 to 26, so actually it shouldn't be 26 tall, it's more of a width thing. So the height itself can be turned down to something like 16 and probably be fine. Okay. Now, I already know I want to put sort of the strange green tile or green wall thing that we were sort of building up towards there. I guess even a little bit further, I can do this like 13 and 23. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Put that there. I'm just gonna kind of make the outskirts of the room before I start putting the inskirts here. I'm gonna put 2x2 layers I usually do here. And this room will have a wall, but I might have to make a different tile for it a little bit, depending if anything that we have works or doesn't. Okay, that's there. I guess also complicatedly, I'll do it like this. Create corners and uncertainty. And now the floor for the kitchen and the walls, because this room looks different than the other rooms in terms of wall, floor decoration, is a bit more like that. Okay. The dining room, of course, will not be done yet. The rest of this is going to be fun. Now, I did make some counter stuff specifically for this room for here, so I guess we put it down. Oh, but wait. We want to do that like this, if I remember correctly, and now the kitchen counter stuff is going to be interesting. I'll put some counter stuff here, and some kitchen counter stuff here, and maybe some here. I will not, yeah, okay, actually, I'll put it here, not over there. And now from this, if I get the R values for a second, this is 15. So put 15 on all the counters, and I'm going to put 3 on all the walls. I could even put it to 4, because this room, my own kitchen is a very tall ceiling, like the ceiling reaches very high. There's something a little bit unnerving of that to me as opposed to like a low ceiling. In fact, I think I might do that and just fill the same with 4, just give it sort of that naturally tall ceiling thing here. I'll put a temporary actual ceiling tile for us though. I think I'm going to try 2, though I'm not sure if the color is going to end up working or matching well. I'm going to use the bedroom lighting until we get some stuff a little bit further done. I'm going to change the kitchen lighting a little bit, but not quite. So 4 and 1, and then keep the kitchen line there. Take you, put the player here as we set everything up, and let's make sure everything's working so far before I start decorating the kitchen. Alright. On the count, there's nothing really going on yet. Also, surprisingly, the ceiling kind of works. Then, yeah. Give the kitchen a very strange feel in a second before we start doing lighting and everything else in this place. Okay, take a sip of water. We have a lot to do, so let's get started. Should I do the lights first? No, I'm going to put some of the fridge stuff here. So, we have the fridge and we have the other stuff ready. The fridge, I think, works best. Like, let's do both these things here. No, not a full thing. Take the fridge here and make it 2 tiles high, which actually was a good thing to do what I just did then. This also means in here the stove. I guess the stove can go here. Okay. And then you're gonna, I guess that's just gonna be the one. Okay, now a lot to put together in piece about this. So let's see how this plays out. I'm gonna try and put the stuff on the fridge and the stove first. Z should be 0. All the rest of this should be fine, except it needs to be the actual stove stuff, obviously. So the front of the stove. And then I think on top of the stove, I can just literally place the top of the stove and it'll just work. Okay. And then for the fridge, it's a little bit trickier. I'm going to cheat for a second and just take this painting nose because I know it's faced the right direction just to do this. Again, turn the Z axis off there, and then take the fridge. I might make it with the open and closed versions a little bit later. This should be inside the fridge sprite. Put that there. Now I'm going to try and see if the fridge and the stove look correct. Here comes the end result of the fridge and stove work. Well, before we make them be able to be openable and all that, assuming that they work. The stove looks big compared to the shelf, so make the shelves a little bit higher. But here is the stove, and the fridge is clipping through that. Like, you can see it from a certain angle, but you can see it from here. Okay, so this fridge stuff needs to not go quite as deep in. Which means, I guess, 47? And now I think these also need to be raised a little bit, so I guess 13 is what I'm looking for. It's 13, right? Hopefully it's 13, else this is about to come out very silly. I mean, a little bit silly for like a mistake, it's fine. Yeah, that's what we're going for. This is actually better for this. I think it's fine if you feel a little bit small in the kitchen. I need to fix whatever's going on with the fridge, though. I can see it from this angle. Oh, actually, I know what's wrong with it. I figured it out. Okay, there were mistakes here, except I actually already have a solution by making it go to the closet. And then that would actually mean that the 48 thing was right, but I now understand what was going on with it. Okay. I guess in the kitchen we're gonna feel really small, comparatively. Also, I can probably lower the height of that a little bit. Okay. I see what's gonna happen here, bub. I guess I'm also gonna open this, not that, I'm gonna open this off screen and look at something. Da da. Da 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 da. How long can I love you? Song's gonna get stuck in my head, I swear to fucking God. It's gonna be region stuff. Oh! I will take a look at those posters. Alright, it's 24. Bub. So this should be 24, and it should work out. Now the fridge should look correct to this. Yep. Look, kids, it's a fridge and a stove. How amazing is that? And yes, the stove is big. I knew it was going to be big to us, and this probably works with what we're going for, so... More stuff to set up. Good stretch. Let's take a look at your posters. Voila. They look good, boy. I shall take the posters. Alright, so here's Lay's poster setup. I'm going to put them on the B tile set, so here. Go there for a second to fetch them. Et voila. I can utilize. Cut the middleman out and I'll take them here. Wasn't any more needed, so yeah. That should work. It will. Let's export. Works for me. 500. Now, there's a lot of things I still need to put into the kitchen, so I'm either colon. Thinking about how I should hang some stuff up in here. Do I want anything from down here? Yes. I've already got some things on tables. Start off with you, buckaroo. Except, I'm gonna go more with your iterations and stuff. This one was pushed back a little bit for this very purpose. Start off with Colin's plates of food. No, the plates of food should wait for the dining room. Because it makes more sense that you've got plates of food laid out in the dining room than in the kitchen, doesn't it? I thought about it for a second. Yeah, it makes more sense. We have a dining room that's coming in. It makes sense to put the plates of food there. Alright. Which means the kitchen stuff I'm going to use here. I'll put one of the plates in here. I'll put the cake in here. The cake is in here. Got it. Let's see. The lights will come in a little bit, but I need to figure out what all I want to put down here. The sink I can just put into this place. That there, I've got this stuff, the cutting board fun. I'm also looking here, just to remind myself what shapes are. Also, I need to lower this here. I just remind myself to do it right now. That should hopefully look okay. Export there. Alright, some flower vase stuff. I'll put one of the flower vases in here. Okay, flower vase. Okay. The phone doesn't make sense in here. A cup can make sense in here, though. In fact, we have more than one cup, and that does all make sense in here. Take the cups. I'll take this drinking cup, which was up here someplace. There was, it was by the snow globe. Which means it's you. Let's put a cup over here, because this place shelf currently doesn't have a lot going on for it. The recycling, I guess, can go in here. I'll get to that in a little bit, though. And a clock. There can be more than one clock in the home. From the top. stuff there. That should go into the other room. I know what room that's gonna go in, actually. A picnic basket. No, I'm not gonna put the picnic basket in here. I can put the other basket though. The other basket can go there, and I'm gonna. Oh, some of this is gonna be floating in the air when I'm done because I haven't organized all of it yet. But this is just for starting, just to make sure and get all the stuff there before I start repositioning them. Tissue box and wait for a certain room as well. Okay. It is time to prepare some stuff. I have some good things for the dining room. I'm also going to put some of these down as a matter of fact. That's a little questionable, but doable, I think. Not like this, though. It should just be a spray. It's not the position itself will not change for the second. Hey, buckaroo. Move that there, move this here, move that here. Yep. More stuff to place. Next to the picnic basket, we got a few things to place down. Let's get some stuff we'll get to. Okay, yeah, that works. The cup stuff down there. Wrong thing for me to click. Okay, I was like, why is that not working? I figured it out. Let's put this there. And here I'm gonna put this. In this corner, I'm going to place that one. And next to the sink, I'm going to put another empty cup there, just so there's some stuff kind of going on. Alright, which means there's some more stuff in the kitchen I still need to lay out. I'm going to put some plates and dishes and all that here. Like the unused plates and dishes as opposed to Colin's food prepared plates and dishes. Silent movie town. I guess these should switch position. And over here, I will put the little tea sets. Please. Okay. The cake can work there and the tea set there. Okay. And now the recycling bin, which I'm thinking about, can probably work here in this corner. Want to be recycling in it first, but that means what should be here if I put the recycling bin there? I guess something just kind of nice like this can work. It doesn't really work anywhere else anyways. Let's say now there's gonna be a lot of like shit floating in the sky. I already know that because I haven't like put the right positions and everything yet, so just kind of get ready for that. But yeah, see how everything works. Or well, I mean, yeah, there's stuff floating in the sky, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. If I'm gonna be honest, I might make this 2D and then push back pressure so I can't click to that. But yeah. Yes, I need to push some stuff back, obviously, but hey. Coming together. Let's see. Does this stuff work where it is? Also, I need to make these have collision. I think I'm doing collision like later, so. Cup and all that works. That turning. Marshmallows. push that a little bit more on the y-axis. But yeah, it's working. It's doing okay. I hate some stuff on the walls and lights and stuff as well, and doors and etc. You know, all the fun stuff. So yeah, okay. So main thing. All of these could do with a good negative y in their life. You get a negative y. Press the wrong thing. And you get a negative y. You are also a negative y. And a negative y. Negative y. Voila, negative y's. Now you're going to become an x and become a negative x. Same for you. X, negative x. The Marshmallow Murder Man was finally punished for his crimes and turned to cereal. Yep. Put into the whole collection here. An x and a negative x. Actually, it's probably going to fix a lot of it, except I can probably copy a little bit from the bathroom here in order to do the next thing. I think this works well, except that you want this not to be a y, to be an x and 18. And the same, actually I can probably just copy and paste these things and probably work here as well. Alright, these just have to be the same layer as the carriage and they'll work out fine. Alrighty. Before I start doing lighting and paintings and other things in here. Welcome back there, Nepti and Halo. Alright. Yeah, that stuff looks better. It's held where it is now. The cereal and all that still looked fine. I mean, it makes it clear that the seats are blocking your way, at least when you look at it. Cakes and other things. Okay. Guess I need to lower this z-axis onto negatives a little bit onto you to fit. Yeah, you're levitating just a little bit there, buddy. So if I do this, but get rid of all that, and instead replace it with this, will I end up looking better? It actually might. Okay, but I can take you. Take the instructions. Not the shape type. But I bet I can do the z-axis from here. And it doesn't need to be by much even. Let's try z. And let's see how that works out. It's probably gonna clip through it, and it's like not gonna be able to be seen even. But my solution will probably work if I just find the right value. If I do 0.2. Am I? Hope you're having fun graffiti tagging there, Twisted. -1 maybe? Ew. Like I can see the shadow there on the ceiling. Wait. You're not up here. I'm gonna find it. Where did it go? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Not really. I'm kidding. I guess it's fine without any settings. Ah, jeez, ah, shucks. Okay. 15 here. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do that or that one. And now can I also put not that here. Time for science. Take you. I'm gonna replace you with the other sink. The other sink. Except you need to be Y -18. This isn't actually our pro tag. They're the girl here. We just don't have the pro tag's not ever going to be seen at the moment. The weird camera switch isn't something the player's ever going to see it because you don't have to do it the first time. Just for our testing purposes, yeah. But they're not the pro tag. They're the romance option. It's just we also look like them right now. So there. Well, that's confusing. I know what happened. It's just it's like, oh. Interesting that you can do that, though. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, I can push you forward more than that. I wonder if I fucked up something there. 15, 15. Move you forward to be more like 08. Romance. This angle is gonna look like a 2D. You know what? Actually, it works because, for better or worse, the cups block a good view of it. Which, in this context, works. Also, it doesn't need to cast a shadow. How this stuff over here? The cutting board looks fine. Also, this can go away. Alright. And more things to figure out. Alright. The lighting of the room before I do anything. Do you guys think this kitchen shouldn't be dark? This kitchen you can get to pretty early in the game, so let me think. I guess for options for the kitchen. Putting some actual deep thought into it for just a second. Okay. Since there's some other colors used, a good color for the kitchen. Hopefully this ends up looking okay. I think it might make it look still a little bit too horror-y, but I guess we'll find out. This room doesn't have a fog. The ceiling is what it is. But of course there's gonna be other lights in here, as there always is. kitchen. Add this here. And then, even if you're turned the right way, on the x-axis, you need to be 48. And then over here, you need to be on the y-axis and negative. Send me to the right axes. There's the axes. You're actually correct on one method there. And over here, I can send you to the opposite end if I can select you again. It's always hard to select this on this particular thing. So how do these lights end up looking in this room? Oh. Well, let's go take a look in a second there, Azzy. Sorry about that. Now, talking about calculations here. If the calculations are correct... Actually, the line looks a little bit better than I thought it was going to look here. This is turned the wrong way, now that I'm sort of paying attention to it, but everything else looks like it is working as intended. Oh, it's because the rotation. Okay, I know what's wrong here. They're on the wrong line of rotation here. They need to be put to 90 to 90. Yeah. Now let me look at the email that you sent me there, Azzy, and see what we got. I mean, I think this stuff will work when we get into the more... I almost don't want to say it, but Silent Hill stuff, so yeah. Now is the twisting there before I start putting paintings down work okay. Also the lights I need to rotate correctly too. But those are set in a good place. I can set them into the right thing here. That stuff is 2D, is placed correctly. You're in a decent place. Also the cups cover, like, I tried to observe you from this angle. That covers for you, the cups do. Also, what about this angle? The cake. Oh, yeah, the stove. You can't even see past the stove, so I guess that works out. Okay. It's looking pretty okay. The doors need to be implemented. Cereal stuff is there, and yeah. Ceiling looks good. The rotation diagonals are good. Paintings and some other stuff, but this room doesn't need to be that complex either, so yeah. The lighting worked a lot better than I thought it was going to work even. So yeah. Stretching my arms and yeah. Hello, Nebulous. And you're back, you're fine. It's been a little bit, but hey, we're making good progress. I took a 5-day hiatus, honestly. You're pretty okay. I got excited for Resident Evil. This is the stuff that Azzy's roommate sent, which I'm just loading up right now. I think it's some interestingly abstract stuff, which will serve us nicely in the upcoming oddities. Set there. Da, da, da. L. I've having a good time there, Nebulous? Oh my. The process of sending the motherboard back to the manufacturer sounds not fun, but interesting. And then take the green thing. There we go. I see it's like the purple one, but a little bit there for a broken mug style. Okay, export that there. Stuff working out together between these two. I'm also going to try and add the door here before I go on here, so there's a door here. I'm going to replace this with the gray door up here. I think a gray door to the kitchen can work out okay. Now this should be about the same, except to put that to the y-axis. Obviously change it to that and this. And then this should change for an upward facing way into here. And now, similarly, take you into the kitchen, except change this to that and make it so that teleports you facing down to here. Okay. I guess I go with the love carpet on both sides. It actually kind of works, so. Take this pencil version, love carpet. There. Oh! The mystery of your walk cycle's already done? Alrighty. Let me first see how the doors transfer and I'll take a look at it right there. Alright. We got all that stuff set up here. Marshmallows are doing fine. Kitchen, all this is set up. That spot looks fine. Will the door work okay? Yes, of course it will. Go through the strange living room we've got established and go to the more regular looking room. Working out, working out. Yay. Hey. And things going out okay. Ignore the fact that there's nothing behind us and everything will be okay. I still need to connect the stairs, because if I can connect the stairs, then I need to stop doing like the transfer thing. Before I get back to the kitchen, I want to test something with the closet. But there's a few things I want to set up the camera to do that, so yeah. Okay. Just kind of going through. And yes, the bed thing does look better. I wanted to see if the bed thing looked better within the position I put it for. It looks a lot better, actually. Go this, closet. Closet's looking okay. Open sesame. Back out this door I go. So many places. And of course we still don't have the stairs working yet, though we can look down there and be like, ooh, the stairs. Alright. Stretching my arms. Alright. Well, let's see the walk cycle. Face is white as snow. Da, 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 da. Oh my. They look good to me. I'm gonna say that at a glance here. Let's put them through and jive. Alright, we got Other Girl coming up. Yep, I mean, all we need is front and back. So that works out kindly. So I'm going to make a sheet for them now, because I didn't have one previously, actually. 144 by 384. View, show grid, export this, export as Other Girl. Which also needs this due to how Other Girl works. And my, let's take a look. Sometimes being a little bit cheating is a-okay. Taking shortcuts is the more nice way to say that. This will probably work, I can tell by looking at it. So, here is Cyber's contribution for The Other Girl. I'm going to do one thing to make this work out nicely on this plane. Stop doing expanding for the center. Wait a second to get the numbers here on this. Okay, okay. Nope. We're keeping the protagonist purposely ambiguous. Okay, yeah, I need to quickly go back here. Take you from the 2D plane to the 3D plane. Welcome to the future. Well, yeah. Not that. Select you. I think they'll work out kindly. The Other Girl. Voila. Yeah, I think Cyber does a really good job with the style there. Hurricane. Alright, I'm going to hang up some painting stuff within the kitchen. We have a few thankfully to work with, so it makes it pretty easy. But, you know. I guess there... Well, except that will cause a shadow. Yeah, the carpet doesn't make sense in this room. So let's see what we got. It's time for paintings. Take you... Get... Let's use first this painting from Colin. Get rid of the glow, because obviously this isn't the lights. Good. Put it to 1, not 2. Need to wrap it up in the brackets. The rotation should still be 90. Oh, this should be fine. Actually, I guess making it closer to the door side might make this one look a little bit better. Because otherwise this wall over here is completely empty while there's stuff over there. And similarly, do it like this here, except replace that with positive 48. And let's put... Which painting hasn't been used? There's a few small examples, but yeah. Oh, that was used in there. Oh, I guess the... Live, laugh, love. That works out there. Okay. There can also be stuff over here.
This notion is deep, the halyards frayed, and all I'm looking for is for you to say.
Put one piece here. That was going to be the complicated part. I'm going to cheat a little bit and make this a through. And I need this to be on Z2. And this non-negative, would negative 1.48 be the answer? Or is it 96? Let me find out what it ends up being. I need to look inside of here. Except it needs to be the top half.
Lying here, I'm trying to hear you. My truth confused.
Take a look.
I'm drifting away. Now
I am in the wrong room right now, forgot.
I'll be in some other place.
Set starting position, player, yes.
It's burning, I can tell I'm not far from shallow.
Fine helps.
Through the warmth I'm cold, but for you I'm bold and just thinking of you. Now I can't.
It worked, but I accidentally made obstacles for myself. I need to flip that around, but I know how to. Move that stuff down by 2, but it is working. Okay, you're a through and below. You're a through and below. A through and below. And also you need to set your rotation to, I believe it's 270? Yes, 270. Don't worry, I can rotate things A-okay. Now you. I need to set you. Or this one's backwards too, because I can set this one easily to the right rotation. 270. 0. 2. 1. 270. Voila. That is on the wall. And this is on the wall. There's a little thing underneath, which I think is from the sprite right above it, which means I'm going to look over here and see if I can fix it. Ah, okay, I see that I messed up here. I'll export that for this version, for the future. And that should hang out well. I think I might lower both of these just a little bit. They're a little bit higher hanging than I meant to make them. So if I just like put them there, I think that'll be fine. Before I check out it on the other side. Alright, let's see how this plays out. Except in the system I should also update the B tile set. I almost forgot. Okay. Voila. Live, laugh, love. And if you enter into the dining room, it's the first thing you see. Painting. Check this, enjoy all that out. Sign over there, and that painting. Totally fine and totally nice. I think it's okay to be there. Is it there, Nebulous? I know it's backwards, but it'll work out fine for this. Cake and other stuff. I think that we need one more painting hanging over here. Right around. Not that stuff. I guess the love poster, the get well. We'll go here. Oh. Okay. That's the one. That stuff over there. Over here. Where are they? I can already tell like half the people are gonna see it, or most people that play this will be seeing this have not played Found Target X. They're like, what the what does that mean? And other people are gonna be like, ah. Okay. It works out. Of course, another door will go here. Was that just on the forward lane? No, it's just my imagination. Okay. That works there. This works here. Oh, voila, rooms coming together. So obviously there also needs to be a door. Actually, what did I decide on the map? Okay, I do have an idea there, so that should work out kindly. Everything coming along. Yeah. Of course, we aren't gonna put the dining room door there yet, or the other door that's supposed to go over there and all that, because they aren't finished already yet. Good stretch. Let's see. I'll lay that accordingly. I'm thinking I might make a painting myself because I feel like there can be one thing hanging up on this wall. I think that wall's fine without having anything, but like a 2-tile painting or something I might stuff over there. Just my thoughts in my own time. You don't see these like chairs cheating. Nah, that's fine. They work fine actually. Okay. Working out fine as can be. Aye. And there we go. So of course, as in every other room in this game, there's probably some more details we can add to the closet and kitchen, but their basic outlines and other aspects of them are indeed for the moment accomplished, which is good. We're making great progress actually. We actually have hardly worked today. We have worked, is it 2.5 hours? I started a little bit late. Yeah, no, that's more like, I guess it's close to 2.5 hours, but yeah. I mainly just organized sprites and did a little bit of designing, like not very much even. But the other rooms we do not have enough to get done. We did get enough done to get the closet and kitchen laid down. That's in huge thanks to MG, as well as to M. And then, yeah, and of course the posters and stuff help to decorate these areas too, and contributions from good old... Okay. Colin and the other one, which I'm trying to get the name of right now for people. There we go. And Lay. Sorry, Lay. I was like, I usually like writing down the credits to make sure I get them a little bit later. Of course, MG also made the lawn live, laugh, love. Stretching out. Now, I'm debating with myself because I was reminded there was a task I needed to do. It's mowing the lawn. Even though it's a little bit late, it's gonna be raining tomorrow. Okay. So this stream, comparatively to past days, was very brief. However, I do think it's gonna wrap up. For now, I'm going to go and cut grass, I guess. We will be streaming tomorrow. We're not going to take another 5-day break like we just did. I might take a day break on occasion, but tomorrow we will be streaming. I don't think we have enough done to get the next rooms done, so I guess we can probably get started and actually design the game. The thing is, the other rooms, I think we have enough rooms done so I can start either working on and asking for sprites for the other rooms. But then the rooms that we need for the start of the game are all pretty much finished, which means we can probably get started with the actual game design part of the game and start getting through that process. There's touches that we have to add to each room as we go, so I'm sure that tomorrow we're only going to get kind of started and rolling, but I think tomorrow's progress will come up with the game's opening and setting up the actual progression of things. Obviously more needs to be done, but we have all the rooms needed for the start of the game. That makes sense? I think it makes sense. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say. I guess I do need to go mow some grass. Until then, I'm going to bid you guys to have a wonderful evening. The stream was a lot shorter, I realized. Tomorrow we're probably going to stream longer, is my prediction. We'll see what actually ends up happening, but that's my prediction at the moment. Until then, I shall bid adieu to all of you. Tomorrow's goals, we make the game's opening and start the design process. We'll probably add a lot of small things as we go. And then, yeah. We'll probably also start earlier tomorrow, but I'm saying that on the assumption I'm not sleeping in all day and busy in the morning. Which probably won't happen, but you never know. Thank you. Hopefully it goes well. Good old 7 p.m. mowing, so it does grow pretty fast this time of year, though. Until then, I shall bid adieu to all of you. Good night, everybody.